How are you both doing today, and how does it feel being in New Orleans at Essence Fest to promote this project?
How's it feel?
Fabulous.
Listen, I am blessed and highly favored, and it
Amen.
feels amazing walking around with my people because I'm
Amen.
I'm the same, you know, and just to
Yeah.
get the love out here in these streets, it's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, the anticipation for divorcing the black is real.
And you know, everyone has been so excited for these films that Tyler Perry is building at Amazon. So what does it feel to be like in one of the first projects that he's able to bring to Prime Video under this new deal? Because I feel like, you know, everyone's always used to his projects at other studios, but like this film is kind of like the quintessential Tyler Perry film, but also one that'll keep you on your toes at the same time. It kind of has like a fresh aspect, but kind of like a form that people are used to. So what's it just like working with him and bringing this film to Prime Video?
It's been incredible. I mean, Tyler is an angel and a genius and a beautiful spirit. And for us to be able to do this movie together, we had a lot of fun. We just got to kind of go for it. And I also just think that, you know, the way that Tyler directs, for me, I mean, I think Cory would probably agree, it's wonderful because it's like we going, and it's definitely a challenge, and you got to be completely over prepared, but you're also able to play. And then he also, you know, he also challenges you to try different things or to approach it a different way. So the experience across the board was awesome. It was really, really, really fun. Great experience. Yeah.
Yes, I love working for Mr. Perry. Like he just lets me be creative, lets me be me, and he's a collaborator, you know, and a man of that high level who just listens to you and go back and forth with notes. Like he wants to hear what you think and weigh that option, you know, because he's here to service the project. So I never really had that freedom. And then when you get on set, he just lets you loose. You know, and when he's quiet, you know you're doing your job, and he let me go loose, as you can see, Trey, and that's why I'm comfortable is getting loose in movies, like in that way. But you know, I had an amazing time working with the cast, Meagan, the rest of our cast, Taylor, Shannon, Joe, Debbie Morgan, Richard Lawson. We were all, you know, we were all locked in, you know, and this was an amazing opportunity for us all. So, you know, hopefully people will enjoy the film.
I knew everyone was locked in from that opening scene.
Oh, at the funeral?
Oh no, you're allowed to say funeral. We're just not allowed to say what happened.
Yes.
Oh, gee, I'm so sorry.
But I already
no,
know
okay.
that people on Twitter are going to be speaking about that scene because I was watching it. I was like, I
crazy.
had to rewind it. I was like, wait, is this actually about to happen? So it feels like from the get-go, it feels like on all fronts, this film was definitely going for it from start to finish. And especially considering this dynamic that these characters share, which is interesting because I feel like a lot of it were kind of thrust into, because I feel like even with your character of Dallas, we do know there are things in his past and his background, but we kind of meet him at a point where he's kind of done with all of that, and we see him not as this person he was, but we know there's things that have informed him in the past. So for you, when you were diving into this character, knowing there are things that have happened to Dallas that have, you know, whether that's him personally or within the relationship, how did you contextualize things that you thought of the character before when being able to apply who he was in the present?
Oh wow, just you know, the story where he comes from, like where everything in his childhood, and I let that kind of be like the catalyst to drive him through this, project. But I'm a very passionate person, like in real life. I'm emotional, I'm vulnerable, so I just brought all those different dynamics to this character, and I want to make him real, you know. And me, I just want to always come from a place of being authentic. And if my neighborhood in Chicago messes with the character, like I always do everything based on my neighborhood. And I'm like, with my friends, with my uncle, would they like this character? And if I knew they would, I know the world would. So that's how I do my characters. And I just went for it.
Yeah.
I went for it.
And similarly for you, what was it like playing a character like Ava, who's still learning more about herself as the movie is going on and realizing, you know, I've lived so much life already and I don't know much about myself, but what I want out of relationships, and she's still piecing that together as everything else surrounding the film is going on at the same time. So what was that like?
It's interesting because I think we're all kind of learning ourselves all the time, and every time we arrive somewhere and we're like, okay, I got it, then something different and new happens. And so I think we have to be open to constantly being in that process. And I think with Ava, that's exactly what that moment was and is for her, is that, you know, she thought her life was going to go one way, and she had made certain decisions, and she had made certain compromises, and she wasn't really happy, but she was staying there. And ultimately, when, you know, the marriage fell apart and all of that, I think that she really was like navigating, well, what do I want, and who did I used to be, and what am I passionate about, and what am I excited about, and all those things. And so I loved being able to explore that with her, because I could definitely identify with a lot of it, even though not necessarily the unhappy part, but just the part of just like, okay, life is different now. What do I want in this season? What's going to happen next? How do I get excited about it? Remembering some of the things about yourself, and then learning new things about yourself. And so I think it's a very realistic journey that a lot of people kind of go through, whether we're fully aware of it or not.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you both so much for chatting with me, and I cannot wait to see this film again and all the conversations that I know that this
it's about to start.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's about to start. Thank you, Trey.
So much, and enjoy the rest of your